nothing we can do.
Well, I didn't expect you did. I just decided I needed to come to voice my opinion about the way things are being
Okay.
done.
Thank you for your comments.
So,
Moving on to item 6D. It's a resolution of the city council amending the budget of the city council of Perry, Florida for the fiscal year October 1, 2023 through 2024.
Okay, this is my doing. For the workers' comp, when we're going through this in the summertime, we get estimates, but then close to the time of the fiscal year end, then they did our audit. And I just tried something different based on the number of people, not on the lots, as Bill mentioned. I knew exactly what he was talking about. And probably what happened was after the hurricane hit, I just forgot to change it. And because we were going through the budgets a couple months ago, and you know, and like they're saying, legislative, $2,000 for a month for every quarter for workers' comp's ridiculous. Yes, it is. So that didn't work. And this is to fix it based on the amount of risk in the departments. Because your higher risk professions are police, fire, solid waste. And then the next difficulties are sewer, water, gas. So, and streets. So I adjusted to make it more reasonable, and then I'll switch the money once you approve the budget amendment. And
Councilmember Bryan. Councilmember Hampton.
yes.
Councilmember Woodfall.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Landry.
Yes. Okay, item 6C, the council to reappoint 2 citizens to serve on the police pension trust fund and to take any actions that deemed necessary. Says Terry Bittner and Cheryl Everett are willing to continue serving.
Motion to approve.
Councilmember Bryan.
Yes.
Councilmember Hampton.
Yes.
Councilmember Woodfall.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Landry.
Yes. Item 6C, council to I just did that, didn't I? Item 6D, council to discuss city manager's annual evaluation and take any actions deemed necessary.
We have all done evaluation. And I will just let Aaron sort it out.
Just trying to go through it. Did a very good job.
On the button up, sure.
Thank you. So, thank you. I say, you made me do that so good.
Good.
That's right. Okay. But, that's good stuff with us for another year. We want to thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
You made it.
Anybody else want to speak to that?
Ready for council evaluation?
Go ahead.
Happened every 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a really good. I think that everybody is. You need to keep it to it, so.
Agenda item 6D, council to continue discussion on city manager's 5-year capital improvement plan and take any actions deemed necessary.
We just have to do.
So, that's it.
In June something.
Well. Yeah, So it's been on here, what, 2 times, 3 times? If we got some changes, we need to go ahead and do it and let him finalize.
I made some changes today.
You got some different.
Well, remember that now.
Is this your final document?
No.
Okay, then we need to, yeah, but it's a green sheet.
Yep.
What it is.
There's number one I added. Right. Yes. Parks. That's the way wrong. There's a grant similar to CDBG called. FERDAP. FERDAP. And I'm gonna try to give you FERDAP, FRD.
It's been around for decades, FERDAP.
200,000, you can have 2 go in each cycle.
Okay. What's the FERDAP stand for? Is that federal?
It's federal.
I think it's Florida something, but it's all recreational.
Florida recreation. But you can use it for revitalizing parks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna apply for Loftus and Rosehead first, and then probably Jerkins and City Park the next cycle after.
So it's like getting new things out there.
There's a whole point system. You gotta get at least 30 points based on the ones you pick. And it's, you gotta spend all the money first, and they reimburse you after you spend it. You'll get the money first.
Okay.
County gets a lot of that.
I'll pay it right now. We got a good,
We don't think that Jerkins would be a big priority right now with the problem that's going on with the plumbing. Yeah, we may need to do that. It's on there, but he's saying he wanna go after Lot Ridge, then Rosehead Park, then the problem with Jerkins. But that is a problem that we need to be trying to take care of immediately because it's gonna be summertime.
we're gonna get that fixed before then, because this, we get this one approved, this year, you won't get the money until next August, a year, 4 months.
And I think it's for new stuff. Yeah, have to be like new.
You can, this, you gotta come
Does it
by.
work for bathroom? Is that what she's talking about, bathroom?
Well, I'm talking about the splash pad in general,
Okay.
because that place has not been touched since we first put it up. There's no new plumbing out there, there's no new wiring out there, the restrooms are
Yes,
disgusting. Yes, so we actually need to be focusing on that part.
like a whole brand new splash.
We're talking about that.
Nobody even said anything else about it. I know Garrett said he was looking at some things, but we never heard anything else about it.
I think that was just for the bathrooms.
So with the bathroom plumbing and stuff, I've got, there's all the stuff to fix all the toilets and everything is being installed right now.
Okay.
Well, not right now this minute, but stuff's got, the employees that do it are only gonna be able to do it on Mondays, through meter readers. But they're helping me and them, we're putting it in on Mondays when we have time. So, I mean, it'll be a few weeks, but most of it's fixed already. And I have new lights in there.
What about the equipment? Is it up to
The-
standard? Because I see a lot of it is falling apart.
The like splash pad equipment, I'm gonna have to, I'm working on the bathrooms first, but I know there's one piece that's broken. I'm looking and trying to figure out where to get that.
Just so y'all know, we're not gonna be able to open either splash pad this,
What's going on?
the hurricane damaged them. And we're still working on trying to get broker and
Stuff got snapped off the
Yeah.
bottom.
stop this.
Is it that expensive?
Well,
It's
like
not,
six-
it's not necessarily about expense, it's about the availability of it.
Well, getting the equipment,
Yeah.
yeah.
Most was kind of custom made. I mean, they all are kind of custom. Yeah.
We're not trying to save money by not doing that.
No, it's not that, and I really don't want you guys to rush with it. I wasn't aware of the problems that were going on. I'm just saying is that it's something that we need to be trying to get taken care of. I'm not saying that y'all are not doing the job, not at all. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that we don't need to put it on the back burner and be like, okay, that's it. You see what I'm saying?
But we do have to get it, and he's been honest about that, to get stuff done, so because FEMA's reimbursement only too.
Yes.
But, and she said we can't do an extension, but you don't want that to be citywide extension. on it. So we're trying to, because he's been in my office asking about prices and where we buy it from and all that.
Yeah, I'm proud of Gary, since Gary has taken that position, there's a lot of things that have been getting done, and I appreciate that.
And once we can get all of that fixed, then the health department has to come inspect.
Yes.
So that's a whole nother.
issue. Well, at least we know now, we didn't wait until the last minute to let them know, so Aaron, will you please put something in the paper? Thank you.
Just one question. Everything is there critically, can have one of them. Use money from some other funds. Kids are looking forward to it.
So it's not about money. We can get, if I can get one of them fixed, we will try and
And
open one. We can try and open one up. And the only one that will probably be able to open is Jordan's. That one's gonna take a lot more.
And it is not helping with the restrooms continuously still getting destroyed.
That is my biggest problem.
Mhm.
Every time I try and accomplish something else somewhere else, just like this past weekend, someone went and busted every single porcelain toilet and sink in these bathrooms here.
Yeah, I got a
So
phone
now
call
I,
about it.
now I have to stop doing what I was doing there and then trying to figure it out.
Utilities, the cameras or something. And we've been getting cameras for 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
We've increased our presence in the parks. And the other morning, there were several people that were issued trespass warnings. They set up camps. And I went over there and I got their names, issued trespass warnings. And that weekend that we did that, they broke everything in the park. I'm not saying they did it, but it seemed like it was retaliation for us being in the park trying to fix a problem, is what it seemed like.
Yeah, because the damage that is done, I'm not even understanding what was the purpose of even doing that.
So we've stepped up our presence in the parks.
Yeah, I
Let's
see
fix it.
it. Mhm.
And we're doing everything we can to keep people from tearing things up, but we can't be in the park all the time.
No.
You know, and when we do, if this is retaliation, we just need to make sure we're staying on top of it even more. So that bothers me that someone would damage this property, that no one can use it because we told them to leave because they're violating law and park rules. That bothers me.
It's tearing the taxpayers up.
It
because
is.
They're having to pay for it.
And the folks that tear this up aren't the ones paying taxes. I'm assuming they did it now. I'm not.
So, yeah.
We can't put cameras in the bathrooms.
And put them in the bedroom, but you would have a general idea. of those going in there, but they would do.
We would have someone to question.
I don't care what you know.
We would have
This
someone
is
to
not-
question.
This is not, this, you know, this.
Well, and we're working on the cameras now. He's working on that as well.
I trust you. Yes, yes, yes. Jim, do you think all the sign thing would work?
The what?
The signs that we use.
No.
So
We've had some ideas and we've discussed them in Tuesday morning meetings, and we're working on something to harden the doors there so that we can keep them from getting in. They're being made now.
Okay.
And we're gonna reinforce the doors. You know, we're working towards that to eliminate access in there. But that's only after the parks are closed. So our presence during the open times is gonna be important, and the cameras then too. We're trying different things.
Didn't you discuss at one time putting the metal
That's what
in
he's
there?
been
so
working on.
course,
I have John Lynn that makes the rake masters.
Mhm.
He's making like reinforcement doors that will go on outside and you can lock them open during the day and you can lock them closed.
Got toilets.
I was, like no toilets.
We can look at it.
We can look at that, but I'm hoping if we can lock them out at night, then they can't get in there to break the stuff that is in there.
Can they break those apart and go and sell them or?
Anything's possible. Scrapping.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be what it's called. So,
This,
Yeah, this is.
Have a comment from the gallery?
Weeks ago, they 1015 Jefferson Street, Florida, 32347. Which park is this?
Rosehead, this side of the lake, this side.
How many people actually use that particular park?
It's used quite a bit.
Not the clamshell part or the walking part, but the back area.
There's quite a bit of people do that. I was there yesterday watching to see what's coming and going. There was 5 different families that went and ate lunch there at the picnic tables. So it's
I
just
didn't-
regular.
I didn't know if it was now, like it was a number of years back when I went and there were, well, there was a lot of stuff there.
That's why we're in the park.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry that if this is retaliation, that's ugly. Not towards you, Jamie, or anyone else, but kindness and faithfulness and peace. It's what's got to happen. In a community.
Respect.
Yes, ma'am.
And respect. So thank you all for what you're doing. And Garrett. I mean, you got it going.
He does.
You
I'm
got it
so
going.
proud of him.
Thank you.
Any other comments about the 5-year capital approval plan? What? Any other comments? Okay, let's move on to the approval of the minutes for the April 9th regular session. We have a motion.
I'll second for discussion.
Sure. Open to discussion.
That's fine. Tina Harden, who is, what do we know about Tina Harden?
Where are you
I'm on page 5. Citrix Properties.
That is the name of their rental properties that they use. I guess it's their business name. They have several rental properties around town.
He
The,
was talking about the pond stuff.
to do what she's doing, I felt $50 million. But what we could do, when we start talking about dredging, you're asking for nothing but trouble. But what we could do is clean it up and be able to use it down to wherever it goes. Just clean it up. Yeah. I used to build the building,
You tell me that.
we should see. But I think that's something to pursue, is a cleaning up of it.
Career Resource got a grant from the hurricane, I think for $500,000 or $600,000 to hire displaced workers. I put in a request for 5 people, one being a supervisor, and 4 being cleanup crew. And that would work with waterways and things like that.
See, I mean, I know we can go outside the city limits, do whatever we're gonna do, but I just think that it would be used. One other thing is, we've got all over the city signs up there, call me and I'll save you $1 billion. and all that. I'd like for all those things to come down.
got thousands of them.
Stuff
We're-
grinding. and-
We're working on it. We're working
it.
on it and we're
Yeah.
issuing citations as we do it. So, yeah, we're slowly working on that.
Now, the big issue is the water. My buffalo. I read these minutes in pretty much detail. We do have an ordinance. If you hook up to the city water, you have to have a backflow. Here's the question, Andrew. It's not of it today. If I've got a well hooked into the city so that I can, city pressure is 50 pounds. My well pressure is 80 pounds. Is it gonna override that backflow?
Not if the backflow preventer is working properly. Which is why
Yeah.
why the ordinance reads that it needs to be a testable backflow assembly, which is not the standard ordinance.
Well, most of these that we've got in can be tested or not tested,
Not,
not.
Mr. Brown, if I may, on the minutes, is there any issue with the minutes?
I second for discussion.
Who made a motion? I just want to make sure I get this right. Okay. Ms. Woodfall. I didn't know if we were continuing about any corrections on the minutes, or if this can be under the council's
Down
request.
to the, I'll read it, council member Woodfall warned that ignoring the problem would only lead to persistent recurring exercise needs. Prioritize it similarly to past issues such as Cherry and S Street. And I disagree with her 100%. It's a bigger issue.
I don't see.
Way
We can
bigger.
agree to disagree.
Way bigger issue. Because we're talking about the health and welfare of citizens of the city.
Say it with the word.
I'm talking about the water.
Okay, so you're saying we're agreeing that the water is a bigger issue or Cherry is a bigger issue?
Water is a bigger issue.
Oh, okay, so we're in agreement.
It's a bigger issue.
I apologize.
How many feet, to tie that into that 6 inch, how many feet is that?
well, what we did.
No, how many feet is it?
We're talking from any service or from the loop itself,
To loop that 6 inch line?
through the whole of Buffalo. I'd have to pull measurements on it, but probably 600 to 700 yards. If you go both ways and all the way
Yeah.
to the loop.
Well, we've got the equipment, we've got the material, and we've got the know-how. If that's what it's gonna take to fix it, let's do it.
Well, I'd like to say before we go that far, how about we see what we did yesterday?
Oh, I understand, I say if that don't work, let's
We did
get
tie
out.
into the 6 inch main on Walnut yesterday. And
Yeah.
after we thoroughly flushed the area, we want to make sure that that does indeed make the difference we hoped it would. I don't want to jump ahead and start
No.
breaking $1 million on a project when we can see if this is
No,
fix the issue or not.
When we cut the line, there was nothing back feed from Buffalo.
No, there was not.
I know you can always take your well off, or valve it out or however, but at that time of day, there was nothing back feed
Okay.
from Buffalo.
So either A, we may find the issue pop its head up somewhere else prior on the line, and if that's the case, we've narrowed it down. But at this
Right.
point, I want to see what we've done, how it affects.
Okay.
well, even forget that issue. What we know is, we know the number of meters we've got. And as the meter reader goes by, he can check to make sure there is some kind of backflow.
They don't all have, now I don't believe,
Pardon?
they don't all have on that. I know they don't.
Everybody-
That area does there, but not the whole city.
Got, listen, John, everybody's got a meter. When you read the meter check, but it's right there. check and see if there's one there for starts. If there's not, then we gotta deal with that. We can also get a list of all the wells in the city, and then we can deal with the county issue from either Swanee River or Health Department, either one. And we can check all of them. That's a bad situation if you've got people. Because that backflow can harm a lot of people. We need to get this, obtain the statutes and ordinances. Now, as to the authority to go on private property, we can go on private property. We've absolutely, because we hired somebody to do it. It's called a code enforcement officer. Without any permission whatsoever, he can go on that property, and with him in the water department, we can search all this, see if we've got problems and where we got them, fix them. It's really scary, especially what if somebody had a 6-inch line. Yeah.
Okay, back to the minutes.
Don't do that.
I miss you.
Okay, Councilmember Brian,
Yes,
Councilmember Hampton, on the minutes.
Yeah, but Nathan, maybe it's not there, but.
Well,
The meetings, the minutes. See, BG credit. I don't need to see it in the minutes. It's, the repeat of what it does.
For the CDBG minutes.
yes, Mr. Ethan prepared those minutes.
There was nothing from, task force or anything. Not even comments that I made. So,
You want, that was just the meeting before this meeting.
The public hearing, it was the public hearing part of the agenda.
That was a 4 o'clock meeting, public hearing.
right.
That was a minute.
And
He said
then after that, before,
it would be probably hard things, not those.
right.
Yeah, these are just, what we're approving are just our minutes for the April 9th.
The only thing I'm saying is there was only words from John. Nothing from Benita, nothing. It's name.
For the city.
Oh, you saying the
I
input
made
back?
comments, yeah.
Oh,
so,
okay.
just nothing about that. Yes, it came, everything other than this.
But for the April 9th regular session minutes. This is what we're voting on.
Right, and back to, back to the water of the. When we made the motion of the breakfast. It was my intentions, I guess it was not made clear that we should not shut down the water, not sewer. But I was intending to charge us for the meters as well. Because if you're giving them 10 to 20 houses, just to help them buy water, that's not helping anything. But they only gave them the usage. The bulk of the money comes from the meters.
We want to finish roll call on the minutes and then maybe discuss that on the council request. Okay, Councilmember Hampton,
Yes.
Councilmember Woodthall,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Landry. Yes.
Now we'll open it up for comments from city staff. Mr. Manager.
That's for a big favor. We gotta do something with economic development. Sent you all that email, but Millhouse decided to demolish the whole thing and sell it as flat land. So I really want to be able to market our 50 acres we got and get something going. I've been working pretty heavily with North Florida Economic Development Partnership, with several other people. But I really want to be able to market 25 of the acres as free if certain criteria are met. And I would like us to be able to develop that criteria today, because there's some things moving that we gotta make a move pretty fast. There's some companies looking at several different locations. I wanna be on top of the list.
So-
Exactly, it's the property road,
Yeah, across from there.
Straight up the road.
across the road from the mill.
So we're doing what for us, we think I'm talking to this, Jim.
I would think so.
I support anything, we can get some jobs in and.
My initial thoughts were, we would hold the note on the land, the 25 acres for 500,000 for 10 years. If they meet our whatever criteria or benchmarks we set each year, we will forgive a $50,000 payment. So for 10 years, they have to meet our criteria, whatever we set. And once that 10 years is up and they've met it, it's their land, free and clear. These are the initial things I was thinking we would set criteria on. So minimum number of full-time employees, a minimum average wage, minimum investment into the property, duration, which 10 years is what it is in my mind. This is just making them report to us annually that they're following our benchmarks. I think target industry in here is, we don't want this anything. And then if we want to provide any incentives on natural gas or water that's on the site, that'll make it even more attractive to somebody coming in. And obviously we got 50 acres, we can do this twice and we get a lot of phone calls. I've been on the TCJ are involved with it for 4 or 5 years, and there isn't a whole lot of people just knocking our door down. I think something like this, advertise free land, we'll start getting the people interested in us.
I wouldn't hold 500.
That's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't like,
I wouldn't hold to the 500, whatever. I mean,
that was just the initial thought to make it
yeah,
clean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't have to put everybody on. I'd rather have 100 jobs out there and we give them $500,000 and say thank you. One of the little problems is it's in the county, so we're not going to benefit near as much as the county, but what's good for them is good for us.
Good for us, yeah.
Water and gas sales.
And the property appraiser, the land is, the whole 50 acres of land, $609,000. It does have improvements of like 200 for the buildings.
I just think with the buildings on it.
We could benefit more than we can. Only thing they benefit is taxes.
Yeah, they would get the property tax
And,
and tangible,
We wouldn't have to.
unless they annex a little sliver.
So that was good.
But we gotta come up with what criteria we're gonna offer. I mean, I know I was initially thinking, I want to see at least 50 full-time jobs, $28 minimum average wage, and $1 million investment into the property for 10 years.
A motion on it.
And I think
Any motion? Second.
What I say, 50?
50, yeah.
What about reduced natural gas or water rates
To be discussed.
So that's.
Yeah.
per net? Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a huge natural gas user, we'll give away the farm to them.
They're gonna use enough, then it's worth talking about it. It's just
Uh-huh.
moderate.
Mhm.
You can say incentives available and discuss a presentation business plan.
Somebody donated a billboard space to advertise if they want to.
Well, good.
I know, that was too easy.
Okay, so you got all the details that you've noted? Alright. Motion and second, so Councilmember Brian,
Yes.
Councilmember Hampton, Councilmember Woodfall,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Landry.
Yes.
I did $28 per hour.
Average.
They're gonna be lower now.
We're just playing them.
I like it.
You remember that shell mill we talked about when we first hired you? That shell that you went, this is fair.
10 more years. Money for great.
Ridiculous well.
Great.
I just want to say it's so great to have Councilmember Ryder down, but no, Vice Mayor.
Jen?
Nothing.
Jen? Anybody else out there? Okay. What's happening? Ordinance. Councilmember, make a motion. Us to not charge for us. I second, but in my mind, it's thinking that we were removing also the meter fees, which is the vote of expenses. We said we wanted to vote. I received a couple of calls saying, after they gave me the deductions and stuff, we got me $1 million. All of this they've been through for 2 years. I hate to go deep into what we've done for others when it comes to what the young lady's son got sick. They're being forced to drink dirty water. So by the way, she said her son is not better, which is us. But I would like us to change that and charge them only for garbage, utility taxes, land deal. For maybe 5 months, unless everything is cleared up. It's in the group. And that's what it hurts. But it's actually giving us time to this. It was said.
It's all the responsibility to make sure we have this city is getting to workable, ways and more.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
So that would be my motion, and I'm making a motion. Okay, just so I got the motion clear, that's to charge only garbage, landfill fee, and utility tax for water. For those in that area, did you say for maybe 5 months or? They also need getting credit this month.
Well,
5 months in credit.
Yeah.
April.
Until it's resolved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So verified issue, but
Yeah, but verified, yeah, no. Andrew has to go out and make sure it's on the city end before.
I don't think there'll be any utility taxes if they do the charges.
It should be.
Only, they're only utility tax, remove utility tax on water.
Now, another one is like the sewer, they are still using flushing toilets.
But we over that.
But we over.
She's been- Yeah, she's been putting up with this for a while. Yeah,
What you say the area, what is the area?
It's a
It's a little
thing.
It's a little that probably about big as if you go around with this building.
Is that whole street?
It's awful.
Not everybody on the
Well,
entirety of the loop is having the problem though.
No,
You
no,
go
no,
Door to
no.
door, we need to go by verified customer issues that we, as the city, have verified to be.
And I've done that, and the ones that are having a problem, they are gonna come up with, they said they're gonna reach out to Danielle, and I also told them about you. So I had one Monday that was actually supposed to show up, I don't know if she showed up or not, but the other two, they were saying that they were affected by it. They weren't home for me to give them the
Are they
information.
all on Buffalo Drive?
Yes, they're in that little circle, yeah.
I did research
They
and there
verify.
was only the two addresses that were here were the only ones complaints. And then I think I had one other address that had complained
Yeah.
over the last few years.
Yeah.
Did I? Like, he came up, but did y'all?
I verified that one to not be
Yeah.
affected, but when I went to that address, we did not have an issue with the city water going into the house at that address.
What we did,
And that's why I said we need to visit each one individually as they are. From what I saw going in myself.
Was that before I had to
That was as soon as I got the. As soon as I got the complaint and went, I did not find anything when
Yeah,
I.
cause he come up here himself.
Well, he may have an issue, but it may not be on the city cold water coming in. It may be something to do with his hot water heater or internal plumbing issues. But from what I saw on the city line coming in, we had no problems.
what we did yesterday should help all three.
Should. And that's what I said, we're gonna need to see over with time how this affects that neighborhood. But so far, since yesterday, it's too soon to say.
Okay.
Is the flushing being affected? You think?
As far as I've seen, every time we open the flusher, if I'm there 10 minutes after it starts or the second it starts, it is the same clear as soon as we open. So I think, yes, it has made a difference.
And I'm riding by there to make sure no damage is being done to the solution.
You run over and do this.
Okay, so just clarity, since some things were discussed, the motion is now to change the, to charge only garbage, landfill fee, and utility tax on gas if they have gas.
If they have, yes.
Okay. And credit those verified accounts for April as well,
Mhm.
or until the issue is resolved.
Yes.
Okay, Councilmember Hampton,
Yes.
Councilmember, let me make sure I'm in order. I'm out of order. Councilmember Bryan.
Yep.
Councilmember Hampton,
Yes.
Councilmember Woodfall,
Yes.
and Vice Mayor Landry.
Yes. Surprised, anything? Well, you want to get scheduled. The only thing I want to know is an update on the water issue, and I think we heard that tonight. I did hear that you had found at least two wells that were not properly, did not have the backflow.
There are multiple on that loop, but it's verifying that they are not tied into their city lines.
Okay,
That's the issue.
Okay.
Jamie, how soon will they get code enforcement on ground to see if they're adhering to rules? The ones that do have will.
If, we can work whatever what their schedule is, just, he doesn't work on Fridays,
Yeah.
because he's part-time.
Mhm.
But just whenever they're ready to start it, we can schedule it. Yes, I'll work with it.
I'll be it.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything for this meeting? Stand adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
And I have a question for you on something else.
Bye.